Yo guys, today I'm gonna do a pistol tier list. I already did a class tier list, which is in the description below if you want to see it. I'm also gonna do a ammo tier list and the other loadout options in the future, so if you want to see those, consider subscribing. Let's start off with the first pistol you unlock, the P2020, which is solid, but not the best, so I'm gonna put it in A tier. It has some niches. The P2020 is a tap pistol, how do you say it? It's not fully auto or anything. It's just a very standard pistol. It has some niches. It has the best range out of all pistols. So here the yellow line is the range of the P2020. This is a damage over range plot. And as you can see, the damage drops off at like 900 units of range, which is like 4 times more than the Grachs. The Grachs are the white line. The damage also doesn't drop off that much. So the P2020 is pretty solid at range. The thing is in Extinction that most fights happen close range. So the range doesn't matter that much, but it has some niches. The damage is also pretty decent. It has 85 damage, and the theoretical rate of fire, the maximum rate of fire is 705. But because it's a tap pistol, like a single shot, you have to trigger finger really fast to get this rate of fire, which is almost impossible. And if you do that, you're also gonna miss some bullets. So this is a theoretical maximum DPS, which is really high, but this is not consistent. So the damage is actually a bit lower, but in theory it can be extremely good and has a lot of range. So that's why I'm putting it in A tier. It's a really solid starting pistol, but definitely not the best. Then we have the Magnum. The Magnum is one of my favorite pistols in the game, and I'm gonna put it in S tier. The Magnum is a revolver-based gun, so it has 6 bullets in the mag, and it does a lot of damage. It's 250 damage a bullet, and the rate of fire is actually pretty decent. And because of that, you can do some really solid DPS with this pistol. But the nice thing about the Magnum is that big damage per bullet. You can one-shot a scout if you have an arc attachment on it. And it also has a lot of bullets, considering every bullet does so much damage. So if you have like a full Magnum, you can survive with it for a very long time, because you can be very efficient with your ammo, because every shot does a lot of damage. You can one-shot a scout, you can 5-shot a hunter, and you have like 170 bullets with a full Magnum, so you can kill a lot of stuff with only one ammo box. So in high score games, it's actually really good because it's so ammo efficient, so you can spend more on armor and stuff. The range is pretty atrocious though. It does a lot of damage at close range, and close range is the most important. But at long range, you sometimes do want to hit something, and then the damage is terrible. But for close range, it's really strong. It also has the best handling speed in the game. So this is a lot of the stats about all the guns in multiplayer. But the multiplayer stats are the same as the Extinction stats, except for the damage. So as you can see here, the switching speed of the Magnum, which is this column, is really fast. It is a really fast drop speed, so if you want to put it away, you can do it really fast, and that's really nice in speedruns for me when I'm switching to my pistol, because pistols have faster movement speed. I can do it really fast, and then I can switch back to my other gun really fast and continue shooting. So I love to use it for speedruns. It does have the slowest reload speed, so these are the reload speeds for all the guns. And yeah, it's a 3-second reload, but it's also a revolver, so it kind of has to have that. But yeah, I really like the Magnum, so I'm gonna put it in S tier. One of the better pistols in the game. Then we have the M9A1, and unfortunately, the developers made this a 3-burst pistol. They want to do something special with it, but because of that, it really sucks. And I'm gonna have to put it in C tier. Yeah, it's a 3-burst pistol, and because of that, you're gonna miss a lot of bullets. So the damage is actually pretty decent, but the rate of fire is really low, because you have to shoot a burst, and then you have to wait, and you have to shoot another burst, and because of that, the rate of fire drops a lot, and the damage per second also drops a lot. It does have the most ammo out of all pistols, which is really nice, but because it's 3-burst, you're gonna miss a lot of bullets. So, for example, if you shoot a burst at a scout and it's gonna die at the first bullet, your next 2 bullets will just miss. And also you have a lot of kick, so if you shoot and you hit your first 2 bullets, you might miss your third because of the kick of the pistol. So you're gonna miss a lot of bullets, and it has more bullets, but because you're gonna miss, it doesn't matter that much. The range is like average, so it has something going for it. It actually has the fastest reload speed out of all pistols, which is kind of nice. But because the damage per second is so much lower, you're gonna have to shoot more bullets to kill, and will have to reload more. So it doesn't really matter. I do not recommend using it. If you're gonna use something for range, use the P2020. If you want something for damage close range, use the Magnum. And if you want to really use something for damage close range, use the Grachs. The next pistol is the Grachs. The Grachs are amazing. They are fully auto pistol, and they do so much damage per second. Here is the damage chart. They have a rate of fire of 800, which is way higher than other pistols. And it's also fully auto, so you can just hold the shoot button, and it will have this rate of fire consistently. So this damage per second is consistent, which is really high. Definitely if you have 2 pistols, the damage per second is insane. If you hit all your bullets at least. It also has some decent ammo in the mag. And yeah, for close range damage, the Grachs are insane. They melt. And also with Crypto Slayer ammo, which has the explosive bullets in it. If you miss some bullets because you have a full auto pistol, you still do a lot of damage. So this pistol with Crypto Slayer ammo is goated. The only downside is that the range is terrible. It drops off at like 210 units of distance, and then the damage becomes a lot lower. But as I said, most fights happen close range, so this is really the most important part. And if you have Crypto Slayer ammo, you can still set enemies on fire from distance, which still does a lot of damage. So you can still damage enemies from a distance, and you can kill them close range really fast. So the Grachs for casual gameplay are definitely the best pistol. The stats are also pretty decent, relatively fast reload speed. The handling speed of all the pistols is pretty much the same, except for the Magnum. The Magnum is much faster. The other 3 pistols, the handling speed is almost the same. But the reload speed is pretty fast. Range kind of sucks, but the damage is insane. So that's why I'm going to put the Grachs in S tier. It's definitely the best pistol for casual gameplay. So if you're going to run pistol only, run Crypto Slayer ammo with it, and you can slay everything. If you're going to do a really hardcore high score run, if you want to get those world records, the Magnum is sometimes better because you can be more ammo efficient with it. Because it's not fully auto, so you can miss less bullets. You can really focus on your shots. It also did much more damage per bullet. And if you have a full Magnum, the total amount of damage you can do is more than with the Grachs. But the Grachs have so much DPS that's also sometimes used in high score games. Because sometimes you just need some DPS to kill things quickly before they damage you or the drill. I think the Grachs are better casually. The Magnums do have definitely a use. They also have the fastest handling speed out of all guns. So if you're going to use your guns more than your pistol, but you sometimes want to switch to your pistol for some movement speed or something, then it's really useful because it has the fastest handling speed. P2020 has some niches, but it's not really used. M9A1 is terrible. And I had to include a 5th image because to make a tier list, you have to have 5 images. So I just made this. This is not important. But that's my tier list. Thank you guys very much for watching. And I will see you in the next one, which will be the ammo tier list. Bye guys.